All right, everybody, this is going to be Urbanization video 1. And I would like for you guys, this video is only a little over 2 minutes long. I'd like for you guys to watch this. And when you watch this, you're going to notice some things, and hopefully you can come back to it later on after you've learned some of this stuff. You're going to watch and learn about nativism, the social gospel movement, and then Tammany Hall and Boss Tweed. So none of that stuff might not make too much sense right now. But watch this now and kind of just get an idea of what the immigrants were treated like coming off the ship and when they got into this city. And then later on, you'll be able to see this again, and it should make a little bit more sense to you. Here, what you have is this is a population density chart, and it shows where most of the people are. And obviously, you see that blue color over here. It is how many people are per square mile, and that's about 500 people in these blue areas. So obviously, these are where your cities are located. All right, so if you look at Ohio here, you got Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, Dayton, Toledo up here, Akron, Canton over here, that are going to be your larger cities. And this is kind of what we're going to be talking about when we talk about urbanization, is a large amount of people all in one area. So immigrants are going to have a huge impact on this. So as more and more immigrants are coming into the cities to find jobs, problems happen. And that's one thing that we're going to look at, are the amount of problems and what those problems were. So we're going to look at housing, transportation, water, and sanitation. We're also going to look at social welfare reforms. And if you guys know what that is the government is actually creating programs to help these people. And in some cases, it's not the government that's doing this, it's private companies, or it's like nonprofits like churches, or programs like that. They're in companies and businesses and things like that that are actually helping these people out. We're also going to look at the government aspect of this and how this impacts politics, both at a local and national level. So urbanization, simply defined, is just the growth of cities. And the cause of urbanization is going to be immigration, the efficiency of farm machinery. So what happened is farm machinery becomes a lot more efficient. They start getting tractors. They're able to do more, which means they don't need workers. So if you owned a farm, one of the things that you had to have is you had to have people there working your farm. That's one of the reasons why they had so many kids back in the day. So what this led to was a loss of farm jobs. The more machines you have, the less people you need working on your farms, because you can actually do more work. So those two things, the efficiency of farm machinery and loss of jobs, go hand in hand. Industrialization is the next thing. That's where we have factories popping up. People are going to work in the factories. And then the fact that they're going to start making money. All right, we've looked at that in our industrialization unit. And so all this stuff connects, and you guys gotta kind of remember that here. This is Chicago in 1820. You can see very few houses. This here's the lake, and just people. These are more or less Native Americans, as we are. So in 1820, we're just beginning that trip out west, and we're starting to remove Native Americans from their land. So we've talked about that before. That's connected here as well. So what we're going to start doing is building cities. And you guys should remember, most cities that were first started and most factories that were first started were built near water sources. We've talked about that before. So now, this is Chicago at the turn of the century. And what you can see here is it's been planned out. You have streets, and you have these are called blocks. So we don't have that too often in Ontario, where we have blocks and you have to go, it's 3 blocks this way, 3 blocks down, 3 blocks over, those types of things. So, and then this is what it looks like now, to where you have these skyscrapers, and they've built up because they can't build out. All right, this is the end of Urbanization video 1.